We're on.
All right. All right. Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is John. We are here with uh, Doon, David, and Eric, who is briefly AFK. We are starting technically our second session of The One Ring. I think we got a partial recording of our first session, but the group is on a mission to go into Moria. They were hired by a dwarf named Daza Redhand who needs them to retrieve his family's armor so that he can be placed on the council, which is going to determine whether or not the dwarves should make an effort to retake Moria from the orcs and goblins that have taken up hold there. So the group has had an encounter with Daza in Mitchell Delving, which is the capital of the Shire, and they have received a map of Moria, so they kind of know their way around. But the map is quite old, so it may not be entirely accurate. The group decided that they're going to travel to Bree as their first destination. They're going to go through across the Great East Road, which is often traveled by elves and dwarves. So we are going to do our first journey is the proper term. We've established they're going to be using this red line. Everyone can see the red line on the map. Is that correct? Okay. So we established that this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes to get across.
John,
So,
the
yes.
hexes are off on my map.
Yes, yes. You
Okay.
mean by off, you mean they've been turned off, right? Not that they don't line up.
That's what I was talking.
We don't
Yes.
see it.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
did that on purpose because technically you're not supposed to be seeing the hexes.
Oh,
You're supposed to draw the way that you're going, and I tell you how many hexes that is. And the purpose of that is so that you don't try to avoid particular areas. You're not supposed to know exactly where things are. It's really just, an estimation as to the locations of everything.
Cool.
All right. So let's do our first journey. So if you open up the fellowship token that is underneath all of your characters, and you scroll down, or no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I forgot we have to do this through the journey log. So if you go over to the items tab, there is, actually you might not see these. No, you do see them.
I see.
So there should be one that
Shire.
says the Shire to Bree. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So if we open this up, this is going to be kind of our interface for the purposes of the journey. The journey is going to consist of, each stage of the journey is going to consist of two parts. The first is going to be the guide is going to do their role against the what's the exact skill called? Travel. You're going to do a travel test, and that's going to dictate how many hexes you go before an event takes place. So you will move that many hexes, and then we'll roll for an event, and we'll figure out what that event is, and that is going to involve one of the other characters, besides the guide, is going to have to do a skill roll to resolve the event. And then whether or not they pass that test is going to dictate what the outcome of that event is. So if they pass, something bad probably won't happen. Something good could happen. If they fail, something bad is probably going to happen. And you're going to generally, even if you pass, you're going to accrue a little bit of fatigue to each of your characters. And that fatigue is going to basically make your carrying all your equipment more difficult. And this could eventually lead to you becoming weary. All right. So, you guys, is there any more question before we actually technically leave Mitchell delving? Was there anything that any of you wanted to ask Daza prior to actually departing?
Was there like a second request to find the orc that behanded him, or is that kind of resolved through history?
Um,
I know
he,
we.
I
I
was
know he
gonna,
said
I'm gonna leave.
something. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that was in my original recording of like during the pitch. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to incorporate that into the
Okay.
actual campaign.
All right. Yeah, that's. I think that's what I got it
Okay.
from then. Okay.
Did he tell us how would we know? How do we know it's the correct armor that we're looking for? Is like there a seal or is like a distinguishing feature?
Yes. Yes. He has given you a ring that has his family's kind of crest on it, and he says that the armor will be adorned with this crest in multiple locations.
Hey, who's wearing the ring?
Lastly, who's carrying it? Is it important? Do we have to designate that? Here.
I'm going to say you don't need to. I think the dwarves would certainly know the crests well enough and be able to look at it and remember what that crest is.
I don't know. We didn't know anything about his dad last time.
Well, I mean, you know multiple families' crests, so I think you would be able to look at when you look at this one, you will be able to remember what it is in the future.
This one has a squiggle here next to the rock.
And we know the names of our contacts that we're going to be meeting.
Yes, I was actually gonna. I was going to give you that right now. So there is a dwarf in Bree that will be able to give you some assistance. His name is Floki. And
okay, hold on a second. I got some conflicting notes because from last week you said there's a human guy in Bree and a dwarf in Tharbad. Did I write it down wrong?
I may have got them reversed.
Oh.
That's so.
I can switch that.
Yes,
no worries.
Yeah. So in Bree is the dwarf Floki, and he will be able to give you assistance. There, he is staying at the Prancing Pony, which is the inn there. And then there is a ranger who is based out of Tharbad, and her name is, oh no, I didn't actually create her. Hold on one second.
Tharbad, okay.
Is Orothel.
Fun name.
Mm-hmm. It's Orothel. She has minty fresh breath, and she is a seasoned ranger, that will not only be able to help you deal with the, I guess, the criminal element in Tharbad, but will be able to arrange for you to cross the Gray Flood. So the Gray Flood is essentially a huge river that runs through Tharbad.
Oh, I see.
And it's basically like Tharbad, I told you previously, is kind of like a ruined city.
Mm-hmm.
And the river is pretty wide, and the bridge is collapsed inside of Tharbad, so they have to ferry people across the river. It would be virtually impossible for you to cross the Gray Flood anywhere other than Tharbad or one of the other bridges. Like, I'm not sure if that's technically still the Gray Flood, but the last bridge, which is further north, that would be certainly where you guys crossed on the Great East Road to get across that river. All right. So, if there's nothing else, we will set off on our journey through the Shire
Hi.
and into Breeland. All right. So,
just so you know, when I put Orthol's name in, the my note thinking it autocorrected to brothel. So
There's nothing you can do about that. Absolutely.
there are certainly brothels in Tharbad, so
Ortho brothel.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, who is our guide? Borlin is our guide.
It's me.
So, Doon, if you would be so kind as to perform a travel test.
So I have a question
figure out
already.
How far we get.
Yeah. If I chose, like, we have as a prosperous dwarf, chosen to have this item with me, that's maps place. Does that affect my travel roll? Or...
a good idea.
What are the maps of exactly?
So I said land. I mean, sorry. One of the like, I think it's like one of the book proposals. I chose climbing rope. I mean, I chose climbing ropes, a beast fur cloak, and landmark maps. Whatever that means. Maybe I wrote. Maybe I.
Okay, these are for.
I'm not sure if I made that up.
These are for your useful items.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So the maps. You wouldn't have detailed maps of the entire
overland, right?
Area. Yeah, I will give you detailed maps of particular legs of a journey, but not like the entire world.
So I should choose where they are of specifically?
Yes. Yeah. So you could say the Shire. You could say this would be called the Lone Lands, I believe is the term.
I would want to choose. I would want to choose whatever's closest to Moria, from Moria, and then as much out from there as is allowed.
Okay. So that would be called. Sorry, it's not on this map. I gotta look it up.
And then
something more detailed.
I mean, that's like maybe some dwarven family stuff. Okay. At any rate, this isn't. You can look.
I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay. So if it's going to, I'm going to have to figure out the exact area that we're going to specify.
Yeah,
but
it's not applicable today, anyway. So
it's not going to. Yeah, it's not going to give you any bonuses for the Shire.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
Just do a straight
travel
roll. and we
Click
will
travel.
establish whether
Happen. Pops up the travel roll. Health impact. Just like getting familiar with it. Okay.
Yep.
Favored, I think. I think the best. And I don't have any penalties or bonuses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hit roll. Okay, let's see. Off we go. 3.
Uh-oh.
All right. So you fail. So that means the first event is going to take place 2 hexes away.
Mm.
So that's 1. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. That should be actually, yeah. That's 1, and that's 2. So we have our first event inside of the Shire,
Oh, wow. Okay.
not far from Hobbiton.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is figure out what the event is. So I'm going, if you have the Shire to Bree journey log open, all I'm going to do is click on these dice next to events, and that's going to tell us what the first event is.
Oh,
At
okay.
least it should. Or wait, maybe I hit.
Yeah, I think the dice are only on your screen because I see events, but I don't see any dice on
Yeah,
there.
it's just a blank. It's just a blank section for us.
Okay.
Hopefully
But-
it manifests some
Populate-
events when you
Yeah, that would
click
be
on
cool.
it.
That would be cool. Yeah.
I tested this out. I swear I tested this out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You have to do a control click. That's why. So this is going to be a borderland. So there's 3 region types. There's
Mhm.
borderland, wildland, and darkland. And that
Mm.
goes from easiest to hardest.
Mhm.
And that basically dictates whether or not you are doing a doing a straight roll on the table, or you have advantage or disadvantage.
Mhm.
So we're in the borderlands because this is civilization, even though
Mhm.
borderland sounds like it might be a bit out there. That is considered the civilized area. So I'm going to select that and do roll. And
Cool.
I see it. Yeah.
so
Okay.
so you guys see the result now?
Yes.
Yep.
Event 1.
All
Mm,
right.
okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
It's pretty
you
cool.
so the lookout is Calriel,
Me?
which is
Yep, that's
David's
me.
character. All right. So Calriel is moving up ahead of the rest of the party. There are a significant number of hobbits that are still traveling on this road.
Mhm.
They are bringing all kinds of things. Based off of what you're seeing, you assume that the vast majority of them are traveling to the fair that you and Elwing saw being prepared for, just at the border of the Shire with the White Downs.
Mhm.
You see a group of hobbits that have stopped far ahead of or have stopped and congregated along the road.
Mhm.
So I need you to do a um, what is a lookout roll? Let me look this up real quick.
And maybe?
This is there. It's in here somewhere.
Mhm. New system, who's this?
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness. So
Awareness. Okay.
That makes
I need
sense.
you to do an awareness roll.
Now,
I've got. Oh,
can't since Calriel is my fellowship buddy or whatever it's called. Can I have given him hope at some time before he did this, so he gets that little boost on this roll?
Yes. So if you want to spend a point of hope,
I would do
that will give
Does he have to
Calriel,
do it
two
before I
extra dice.
roll?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yes, before you
Okay.
roll. Yep.
Well,
So,
basically, I'll be like telling him about, yeah, these guys really like their weed. Let me tell you. When I was walking down here, I like to smoke too, but if you want to start a conversation with these guys, you start talking about smoking,
That'll open it.
you're in
That'll
like a plan.
icebreaker. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, I've got a question, or rather, yeah, I actually need. I don't know. I didn't ask before, but I have one useful item
okay.
that can help me with awareness. But I was having problems really thinking of what would make sense. You know,
Hmm. Um,
I've
it could
got some
be,
healing balm for healing. I've got a
yeah.
elven like a brooch that looks like an elven ship, and that's for his insight. I need one thing
Okay.
for like awareness. I couldn't
It could be maybe it's some herb that
herb
that you
maybe.
chew on that increases your alertness. That could be.
Eh, some type of herb. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to
Well,
come up with the name of the herb.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I will. I will, but I'll
I
just
mean, you
okay.
can. Okay,
I
you
got it
can,
there.
but you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need it right now. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got it in my notes. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you. Okay. So I won't use that right now since since Faldor has given me some insight into his dealings with the Shire folk. Um
Okay.
I will use that to aid me at this point. So I need to make an awareness, and that will give me two extra
Two extra
dice.
dice. Yeah, because
Okay.
he's your fellowship,
Okay.
or
Got it.
you're his fellowship focus. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Oh, my awareness. There's a difficulty, not weary, not miserable. And this is support from a companion. So correct, that's right, yeah.
Yep.
So, or should it be bonus dice since it's two?
Let,
I
let,
think
let me
the
see.
support is only giving me one to roll. So maybe it's
Uh, yeah. So increase. Yeah.
unless
So
when I click support from a companion, inspired pops up. I don't think that's what
yes. Yeah.
is
So
that.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what you. No, actually, just click on hope bonus die and support from companion. That'll give you the two extra dice that you want.
okay, all right, I'll do that then. Okay, alrighty. Okay, so here's the roll then. Who we get?
All right,
Okay,
you
so there we go.
succeeded. All
Automatic
right.
success. You got a Gandalf.
Automatic.
Yes. So this skill is favored, so that gives you that gives you advantage on the feat die, which means you
Mm-hmm.
got the Gandalf, and
Okay.
so that means you automatically succeed.
A lot of
Okay.
ones
So
there.
as
Was there a lot of ones? I didn't look at. Okay.
yeah, yeah, so it's a
Oh,
good thing
wow,
you
there
got
was.
that
Oh
Gandalf,
wow.
I think.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
So after getting a tip from your compatriot Faldor, you carefully start approaching this group and
Mm.
realize that there is a hobbit that is pinned underneath
Ooh.
of a cart that they were using to transport a lot of food, and it
Mm.
looks like the wheel has been broken.
Mm.
The wheel has come off, and it looked like they were trying to lift it up to put the wheel
Mm-hmm.
back on when the weight became too much, and it is crushing him.
Oh. Okay. And we are on foot, correct? Or are we?
Yes.
Okay, we are on foot. Okay. All right.
And is this
Uh.
Galriel that sees this right now since he's the lookout?
Got
Uh,
the elven.
yeah. I
Got
mean,
the elven eyes.
he's a bit. Yeah, he's ahead of you,
Gotcha.
and you can see that he's interacting with these maybe like like 100 yards ahead, and you guys are maybe hurrying up when you see he starts talking to these hobbits or whatever he's going to do.
I know that my travel mates uh, are much more stout than especially the Shire folk that are here. So Alriel will he'll throw a hand up and wave, at them. Uh,
Oh,
uh,
they're quick in a step a bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah, you
hurrying.
can tell, you can tell by his
All right.
actions that there's something going on. And then he will make his way through the surrounding hobbits to the person that's in distress, and take a look at uh, to see if there may be anything that he can use in the immediate area to help the situation. So basically, I guess what he would look for is maybe if there's anything in the wagon or part of the wagon or something that could be used as a lever of some sort, so that
Yeah.
we can kind of, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you quickly notice a large tree branch that has fallen off of a tree along the side of the road.
Okay.
And I mean, this would probably be way too heavy and cumbersome for hobbits to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
uh, by the time your compatriots get there, you can easily use this as a lever to lift the wagon off of the hobbit's legs.
Yeah, I'll quickly, or as quickly as I can, let Borland and Faldor know the urgency and what's going on and what my idea for us to do, uh,
I
and
think
how we can help.
I feel like we can see, or once we see that there's someone pinned and like, that you have a branch, we can quickly we can quickly understand what's happening. Like
Okay, all right.
we'll I mean, I don't speak for you. I'll rush over there. I'm ready to jump. I assume you put it in position. I'm just gonna jump on it. I'm just gonna jump on
Yep.
it.
Yep. Father will basically like put his back up against it and kind of like help push it up as they're wedging it underneath there, I guess, to help kind of lift it up so they can
Okay.
pull the hobbit out.
Yeah, the the cart easily comes
Ah, okay,
lifts up with the weight,
okay.
and you can pull the hobbit out. His leg is clearly broken,
Okay.
uh, but uh, you you know the hobbits tell you that he's been pinned under there for a good like 10-15 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
if you had left him there, he may have suffered more severe injuries like the loss of his legs. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, you can, with the cart lifted up, one of the two dwarfs can easily get the wheel back on,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah, yeah, I'll help with that.
I'll
Yeah,
hold
sure.
it here. Hold. I got it steady.
Yep. So let's see.
all
There's a
right.
basic mechanic right here. You just put that on here, right against the axle, and
Uh,
Better than me,
looks like
maybe.
Calriel is trained in healing, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that you can patch up his leg if you want to spend a bit of time doing that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can like borrow a or get one of the hobbits to chop some of the branch into a splint for the limb that's damaged, and
Hmm.
we'll fix it up that way, and then I will write down uh, a uh, a recipe for kind of like herbal tea that may assist with the mending of the bone, and I give that to someone that someone that can or offers to do it.
All
Using
right, you
elven
around.
names, elven names for herbs. Like, what is this?
Well, yeah, yeah, that's how they did it in the movie. One Aragorn called it one thing, and then the hobbits called it another. You're like, yeah, that's it. That's the herb. It looks like
You
this.
yeah, you scribble out a little drawing of what the leaf looks like, and
Hmm.
You get a round of applause, all three of you, from
Oh wow. Okay.
the hobbits that
Nice.
were there, and
Nice.
several of them start pulling the cart with the injured hobbit, his leg splinted, and he looks both relieved for you to have helped him, and also somewhat disappointed, most likely because his time at the fair is not going to be quite as fun as he was hoping. And you guys press on
It's the
further
Thursday
across
night.
the Shire as they disappear. So everyone is going. You guys passed the first event. However, you're still going to incur 2 fatigue for the time traveling and assisting the hobbits. So your fatigue is recorded in the little box next to your load. So there's so just change your fatigue there from 0 to 2, and that should increase your load by the same amount.
Yes.
So
Yes.
as you are incurring more and more fatigue, you will see that your load is going to get closer and closer to your endurance. And when they're the same, then your characters are going to become weary.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So now we have to go back to Borland and perform another
Okay.
travel test.
We're going to tell the legend of us, of Borland and and Faldor, little ones. All right.
And Calriel, don't forget him.
And the others.
Are we?
I don't know where Elwing is. I can't see her anywhere. I don't know.
Does Borland
she's-
have a fellowship person? Or how does?
My Borland's fellowship, what is it called? What is their name for it?
Fellowship Focus.
Fellowship
Focus.
is Elwing.
Okay.
Okay, so what matters? What matters is who has Borland as their fellowship focus.
I guess that's what I really meant, and I don't know.
So it doesn't. I don't think anybody does.
Okay. I should probably
Seems
do
like
that.
everybody likes Calriel,
Do that.
and then Borland has Elwing.
Well, we need it. I mean,
Calriel
it's an
has
important thing to have. So
Yeah.
it's for our advantage.
Yeah, you can change your focus. I'm going to
I don't
say
think I have
that
any.
you
I don't
can't
have
do it in the
anyone.
middle of a journey. Yeah, you have it.
I don't think
You
I.
have Elwing.
Well,
It's at the very
I do
top of
have
your
Elwing?
character sheet.
Okay, let me put it. Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't change in the middle of a
I
journey.
see. I see. Okay.
But I will say at the
Fellowship.
beginning of a session, you can change your fellowship focus.
Okay.
Or at the end of the session, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. Onward. I was always happy to be a help. Barely even feel like that was any fatigue at all.
Nice.
Ooh,
All
nice.
right. So you succeeded this time.
Hey,
So-
John, before we go too far, just a quick question. On the Shire Debris sheet, I see Cariel, Dave's character, has a 2 for travel fatigue, but nobody else. Is it supposed to be like that, or what does that mean, I guess?
Put that in there.
Or did somebody put that in there?
I put it in.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was. That was never
okay. Yes, I apologize. I did not realize that we can track that on here.
But it
So you
doesn't.
can actually-
It
yeah.
doesn't update. Just so you guys know, it's a stat
It's separate.
unto itself. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
separate thing.
So
Okay.
so if you added it to your character sheet, you can actually reduce. You can remove that right now because
Oh, okay.
because we there is an opportunity to reduce this fatigue at when you arrive at your when you arrive at your destination.
Okay.
So
I
take it
forgot
off my
about
character
that. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
put it back to 0 on your character sheet,
Okay.
and we'll continue to use this journey log because this is kind of what it's for.
Cool.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Great.
and
Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks for pointing that out because I didn't realize that field was there.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a separate thing or what was that. So okay,
I thought
Yeah.
it might update on the sheet, so I was just looking to see. That's the only reason why
gotcha.
I did
Yeah.
that.
All right. So um, Borland succeeded on the test. So we
Pretty
are
much
going to
so.
travel 3 hexes this time. Got no extra. So if your 6-sided dice get any 6s, you add 1 hex for each 6, but we didn't
Oh,
get any
nice.
successes there.
Gotcha.
So we're going to move 3 more hexes. We're going to travel out of. We're almost out of the Shire.
We get to cross the Brandywine
Oh,
Bridge.
that's right. You're going to cross the Brandywine Bridge. You are officially out of the Shire. You see the hobbit holes disappear as you cross the bridge and make your way into what's known as Breeland. You can see heavy forest to your right down south. The forest is quite thick, and you can't see more than a few feet past the tree lines. There's so many trees. The road stretches, bends further south slightly, so you can't quite see Bree yet. You do see some hills that are starting to rise in the distance, and you know those to be the Barrow Downs. So let's
Well, you said that
see.
that doesn't sound ominous at all.
All right, you are
So,
going to.
I mean, do we know any local lore about Barrow Downs or anything about it or any?
The Barrow Downs. Well, you do know that this was essentially a resting place thousands and thousands of years ago for humans in the first age. We're in the third age right now. Basically, each age is not a set series of years, but it's kind of how they think of major events,
oh, okay.
distinguishing each of the things. So, like um, in the Rings of Power TV show, I
Hmm.
believe that's the second age. This is the third age, and then at the end of the Lord of the Rings is the
Hmm.
beginning of the fourth age.
Do we
Okay,
talk
so
Beginning of
about
the
it
it's
like?
50
Sauron. Yeah.
years, 1,000 years, who knows?
So we
Okay.
talk about it like the third
Uh,
age. Like we're in the third age.
No, you do
Okay.
not. So this is
Okay.
that's a meta narrative
Got it.
distinction
Got it.
Hmm.
between these.
Third age
So,
coffee is the best.
yeah. So the Barrow Downs, to be a resting place, but it is. There are
Oh.
rumors that there are the ghosts of some of the people that have been buried there long ago in ancient kingdoms
Hmm.
haunt the place.
Okay.
And while there may be treasures that have been buried in the tombs with them,
Hmm.
most people do not venture into there,
Hmm.
especially at night,
Terrible luck. We,
because, uh,
we don't want to raid the tombs of any
yeah.
honorable folk.
No, just our family.
It's not a raid. It's a recovery mission.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I can't argue
Yeah,
with that
that
one.
is true. Context matters. Okay.
All right. Uh, so you actually rolled a terrible misfortune event, which is going to be. Actually, it didn't fill out the target. 1 second. I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
Everybody.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
What?
Smog's not dead. He's back. Terrible misfortune.
Cool.
Okay. I guess I need to roll the lookout. So I'll just do that or not the lookout, but who it is.
That's another. It's another.
Two
Okay, another event.
to
Okay, got it.
two. So this is going to be the scout.
That's me.
You?
All
Okay.
right. So Faldor is going to be responsible for this event.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Pressure.
the
Okay.
as you're passing over the bridge, I need Faldor to perform his. I'm sorry.
Scan for me, isn't it? Or is it
Yes.
explore? I don't remember. It's either explore or scan. I don't remember which one. I think it's explore actually.
Why is my brain not remembering this stuff?
It's been a long week.
It is explore.
Okay.
It is explore. It's Monday.
It
was a long week. It is explore.
Okay.
So start thinking about extra dice because this is an important one.
Yeah, I will use another hope
Okay.
by thinking of my times at the shower and thinking of that delicious honey bread and honey butter as we were going this way. And it's like, dang, I wish I would have got some of that. That sounds pretty good right now. So I'll click one for that. I don't have anything else I can add to it that I know of.
Don't think anybody. So
Yeah.
other people can help you. You guys can help him, even if he's not your fellowship focus. But he's only going to get one extra die
I want to
for
help.
each point of hope you spend instead of
Yeah,
two.
we don't. We just have to spend the. Now, let me ask: are we spending hope or are we spending party? What's the other one?
There is no other resource to spend other than hope.
I thought there was
It's
something else. I
it's
thought
just
you had
hope.
your hope. Oh, okay.
I
No,
mean,
it's just hope.
if we were playing
Oh,
in the
fellow.
same room, we could give John some snacks or something. And
Would it have been fellowship, John, that I'm thinking of, or is that something else?
Uh,
We don't have any, but
fellow.
I don't
Uh,
remember.
no, you should actually have 5 points of fellowship.
Oh,
Each,
there's
or
like
as a
you're
part,
right.
as a.
So fellowship is that I actually I did not explain that to you.
Like group power, right?
So yeah, that is a group. Yeah, that's a group currency that you can spend.
Yes.
And do you remember what that does off the top of your head, David?
No, I knew it was a meta currency, but I can't remember the parameters of when we can, I can't remember. I know one, I think hope we could use for like skills and stuff. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
can't remember. I can't remember.
So a fellowship point, you can make a test favored.
Oh, okay.
So if explorer is not a favored skill for you,
it is not.
Eric.
So I think I
So
wouldn't
you
use
may
that.
want to spend it. Yes, and it does refresh at the beginning of each session.
Okay.
But
And
since
we
the
have
sessions,
5.
yes, yeah. So you get one for each player, and then your patron of Daza gives you a bonus
Okay.
of +1. So,
Okay.
but that's only going to refresh every other session.
Every
because we're
other.
playing 2
Okay.
hours. Yeah,
Okay.
because we're playing 2-hour
Half
sessions
sessions.
where it's supposed to be
Okay,
4.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's supposed to
That
be
makes
4.
sense.
I want to make a note of that on my thing here.
Okay.
So we started with. Oh yeah, it
5.
is 5. Okay, because
Yeah.
Todd's not here. Okay.
Definitely use one now. This is good.
But
Yes,
that's it. It's just
I've already
there's no
crossed it down for me.
there's no other there's no other catches to it, John. That's it. It just gives you advantage.
Yep. Yeah, that's all there is
Okay.
to it. Yep.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. All right.
I mean, that's one of the. It may do other things that I'd have to
Okay.
look into.
Okay. Okay.
So what you are. So Eric, when you get that pop up, you're going to want to click on the feat die, and that's going to make a switch for best and worst. So you want to keep that to best. That's what is going to.
Well,
That'll
the
give you
feat die,
2.
I want to click right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you want to click on that, and then you should see a switch pop up
Okay.
that says best and worst.
Okay, I
You
see
want
it.
to, it should default to best.
Gotcha.
And then if people are going to help you, then
I
you
used
can.
a hope die, so
Yep.
I
Yes.
click
Yep.
that.
Yep.
I'll use
So
one
you
of
can
my
I
click
hope to
that.
help you.
You'll help, okay.
Yeah, same
So
thing.
I'll put that in. So I got
And
four
Okay.
more now.
then one more from me, and that should do it.
Does that work? So
Okay.
that would be bonus die then, right?
Yeah.
Since
So you're gonna have to add a bonus die because it doesn't seem to support multiple
wait,
companion assistance.
how do you get? I hit it and it subtracted stuff for me because it's got like an X through it. How do you get rid of it? Control.
Um,
Cover first.
I'm not. You should just have to click on it.
I
What has
clicked
the X
on
on it?
I clicked on the bonus penalty, and I think I clicked on the wrong spot, so it has a.
Yeah. So just click to the right.
Okay, I got it.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So left is negative. Right is
All right. Yeah, I did. I did
Oh
the
yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I did the
yeah.
opposite. All right,
yeah.
so
Okay.
got my difficulty. I'm not wary, not miserable, no modifier. I have the feat dice selected the best. Hope point
Yep.
bonus clicked.
Yes.
Support for companion clicked. One bonus
Yep.
dice clicked. Okay.
Yes. That's right.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Okay, don't
Got it.
screw me,
Piece of
token.
cake. Look
Oh
Oh,
wow.
at
Oh my
I got
God.
six
Wow.
sixes. Ooh, good
Oh.
thing too. There's an eye.
Oh.
that.
Oh
Oh
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Extraordinary success. So uh, you, as the group is making very good time. You're about to cross over the Brandywine Bridge when your dwarven senses start tingling, and you realize that part of the support on one
Mm.
corner of the opposite side of the bridge has been washed away by the Brandywine River. And
My hand
you
up. Big
realize that if one of you walked over that, you very well could have fallen into the river and
Oh
washed
boy.
downstream.
Ooh.
Um, so you can, you can carefully travel across. I mean, you're confident you could carefully travel across the opposite side of the bridge
Hmm.
and just continue on your way. Or, being doors, maybe you want to fix it.
Of course.
It's up to you.
We can't
Do
let someone
those bonus
else.
success? Someone else might get hurt.
Yeah, we can't.
Do those bonus sixes mean anything, John, or is that for a different type of roll?
I'm so no, that is going to mean something. So
Okay.
you can reduce the amount of time that it's going to take, and in order to do the repairs. If you want
Uh,
to press on, I will give you an extra hex, but that is going to incur a point of shadow, which is going to require a shadow
nope.
test.
Oh wow.
I think I like what my cousin's suggesting here, and I think we should probably fix this. We need to.
We,
These people need our help.
we
They
saw how
don't
those
have.
we saw how those hobbits did with the uneven road.
I know they tied together with ropes. Can you believe it? Come on. Hardly any metal at
Okay.
all on that thing.
All right. So you're going to spend the time fixing it?
Yes.
All right. So you begin finding stone and stuff to reinforce the weakened part of the foundation of the bridge. You pretty quickly find these stones, and between the three of you are able to prop it up, and you are quite confident that that will provide enough support, and maybe you can tell someone that you see on the road heading that way to let the mayor know, uh, or
Put a
once you arrive.
sign next to it. Bridge good. You're welcome,
Yeah.
dwarves.
No, I definitely want to. We
Yeah,
definitely want to chisel our emblem into the.
Our room. Yeah. There we go.
all
Another
right.
restoration project funded by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So normally you, with a terrible misfortune, you would you would lose, or you would gain 3 fatigue. But because of those 2 extra successes, I'm going to reduce that by 2. And that's going to speed up the time that you that was necessary for you to fix the bridge. So that means you're only going to each gain 1 fatigue, which is pretty good. Oops, not 33.
Oh, that was me. Sorry. Okay.
But
That's all right. I'll
Todd's
put it
sick,
in.
so he gets a bone.
Excellent.
All right. So the Shire is now behind you. Once you make your way through this patch of wilderness, you should be able to see Bree up on a hill in the far distance. So let's go back to Borlin and have him do the next journey test, or travel test.
Calling this one. Make it.
Oh, nice.
Nice. There you go.
All right. And
6s too. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 6s. All right. I think that's actually going to get you to Bree. Give me just 1 second.
The
That was
wind at our backs, and
yeah.
we can whistle,
So,
whistle a nice
with
tune,
a-
and we're there.
It never hurts to help
Oh,
people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
all right. I accidentally did an extra one.
Oh,
Okay. So you got to have.
Never hurts to help people.
All right.
Hold on to the turbo.
So you got 2 extra successes. So that's
Uh-huh.
going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you're going to arrive in Bree with this roll.
Nice.
However, along the way,
What?
that's going to be Elwing. The 4 of you are starting to get very hungry.
Mhm.
You've gone through what rations you had, thinking that this was going to be a short trip. And Elwing disappears into the forest to go hunting to find some game for you to be able to cook up that evening. You're quite confident in the time that you're making that you'll be able to arrive at Bree in the middle of the following day.
Oh, okay.
But Elwing has been gone for a while on her hunting expedition. Are any of you going to go try to track her down and assist her and find out what is taking her so long?
Yeah. I'd imagine. Is there
So
a
this is
reason why?
that
Go ahead.
that'll require a point of hope to assist her.
Oh, it would? Okay.
I'll
Alright.
spend a point of hope to assist. Elling is my fellowship focus.
Okay.
Where could she have run off to?
All right. Is anybody else going to assist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
All 3 of you. All right.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
Okay.
We're good people.
So we got assistance, and then you said that Doon. You said that she's your fellowship focus.
That's correct. Yes, fellowship focus.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you help people, don't forget to reduce your hope.
Yes, I have 10 hope.
Yeah.
12.
So we're gonna. Yeah. So it sounds like we're gonna have 4 extra dice. Because Borlin is going to provide 2, and then 1 from Calriel and Faldor.
Okay.
And this is one of her favorite skills. So here we go.
Okay.
33.
Wow.
Crap.
Oh,
Okay.
that's easy.
Is that good?
Yeah. You think?
She needed a 14, so yes, that's very
Yeah.
good. All right.
Does it twice.
So
Wow.
you the three of you go off trying to find your compatriot. She had, normally a wood elf should be able to come back with some game for four people fairly quickly. But she had been gone for about 4 or 5 hours. It was
Oh
starting
yeah.
to get dark. So the three of you start trying to track her down. There is you split up, but stay within yelling distance from one
Hmm.
another, and you quickly find that she has fallen into a ravine
Ooh.
uh, while she was trying to uh, or chase after a deer that she shot with her arrow or with her bow. She had fallen into this ravine and twisted her leg, uh, and she was not able to climb out. But with the assistance of all four of you, you fairly easily get her out and uh, provide some assistance so she doesn't have to put her weight on her injured foot, and make your way back to camp. And along the way, you find that she had also set up some snares, and there were several rabbits that you can cook up for your stew this evening.
Um,
Only
So,
three.
yes, you'll have to split one, unfortunately. Um, so, everyone's going to gain 2 fatigue from this,
Oh wow. Okay.
5.
which is a total of 5. Yeah.
Okay.
And with some assistance from Calriel, Elwing's ankle is feeling significantly better in the morning, and she seems to be able to keep up with the three of you.
Great.
And it's by morning, you finish passing through or passing by all of the forest to your south, and you can see Bree up on a hill in the distance. And your spirits heightened. You make excellent time and arrive there midday, ready for a roof over. Oops, that's the Shire. Ready for a roof over your head.
Mhm.
We're back where we started.
And arrive at the gate, which is section or area 1 on the map. You guys can see the map, right? There's not a
Yes.
fog of
Mhm.
war. Okay. All right. You approach the gate, and the doors are open because it's midday. You see several men standing on the towers on either side. Uh, you immediately have one of their attention, being a group of 2 dwarves and two elves coming into the city.
You said it's close to midday.
Yes. Yep. The sun's up high,
Hmm.
and it is a beautiful summer day. There's not a cloud in the sky.
Okay. Um, I guess Ariel will kind of stop since he's typically at the forefront and allow the rest of the party to catch up. And he'll say, "I'm concerned that the men of Bree might act a little oddly to to our arrival. Does anyone have any ideas as to who may be best suited to approach them?"
I think Borland is thinking so cautiously. Borland just
Hmm.
wants to just like wave, hey, there's people there. Hello,
uh,
men of Bree.
Ca- Kyle will nod and put his I guess the hood of his cloak up, and follow Borland's lead and allow him to initiate the conversation with the guardsman.
So as Borland, calls out to the man up in the tower, he looks down and he has kind of a uh, smirk on his face, and he says, "This is quite an unusual group. I thought you elves and dwarves disliked one another."
Well,
We got to talking, and we got a lot in common.
A dislike for humans.
yeah, not.
You're not supposed to say that out loud.
we have no quarrel with any who mean to do good, or I say.
Well, that's certainly good to hear. You are more than welcome in town then. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy yourselves. There's an inn just down the road. And he points back behind him. You can see a multi-story tower in the distance or I'm sorry, a multi-story building in the distance that he's likely pointing to.
Excellent, wonderful. Glad, yeah, happy to have your welcome. I hope the inn's fully stocked with food and ale.
Oh, it usually is.
My kind of inn. Ha ha.
I don't plan to
Borland, you are
dawdle with these
a
people.
master wordsmith.
Did I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted by stuff happening on behind me. But did we tell them about the bridge at Barrows?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Barrow Downs.
No.
Okay.
You didn't
I'll
pass
mention that,
anybody
didn't
on
I?
the road on the way here.
What was that?
I said you didn't pass anyone on the
Okay.
way to
Well, I'll
Bree
mention
that
it
you could have.
to this gentleman or woman that we came across something coming across the Barrow Downs, and we noticed the bridge was a little wobbly. Uh, with some quick dwarven know-how, though, we got it up, and it should be working for the good 10 to 20 years for you guys.
Oh, good lad. I appreciate. I'll make sure that anyone headed towards the Shire is aware and can keep an eye on it.
Father just kind of nods, start heading towards the end, but he kind of harumps a little bit. It's like, lad, it's like, I'm probably twice his age. Get out of here.
All right. You start making your way down the road. This it's not drastically different on the other side of the wall. Uh, there's a hill that the city is built on that stretches up into the distance, but there is a smattering of farms and everything on the side that you pass. There is not a significant amount of people coming and going, but as you approach this area right here, you can make out uh, what seems to be a bit of a market. There is pretty much anything that you could need for your journey here. You do notice that there is a small stable tucked away in the market that may be able to provide you with ponies should you need them.
Mm-hmm.
But straight ahead, as you pass this market, you can clearly make out the sign of the prancing pony.
Prancing pony.
Are the streets very crowded here?
It's not in the market. It's crowded, but the roads aren't. So you're kind of traveling on this road headed up north.
Good to see a lively town. Maybe you want to
Oh, yeah.
trade
Go ahead.
those pelts that rabbit pelts that we got last night. Just get rid of them. And
Good idea. Capital idea.
see if there's
Yeah,
anything.
they
See if
may
there's anything local specialties that you might want to get in exchange.
you may even be able to do that at the Prancing Pony, possibly.
Yeah.
Probably go talk
So, what
to.
do you want to do? Do you want to stop? You just want to go straight to the Prancing Pony, or do you want to stock up on something at the markets?
They may have more pipeweed here for you two.
I think getting to the end for a hearty meal sounds nice, but if anyone wants to go to the market, I don't.
Maybe get settled in for a bit. See what this folky gentleman has to say, and then we will look into getting a pony, maybe.
Okay,
Ease
right.
our burden a little bit.
We'll bird's eye it to the Prancing Pony then.
All right. The the inn is quite busy. There seems to be a large number of people staying here. Uh, there, there's one particularly large crowd in the back corner that it consists of um, a fairly diverse group. There's several humans, several dwarves, and two hobbits that all seem to be congregating together and taking up several tables in that corner. Uh, but other than that, you see small groups about your size that all seem to be enjoying themselves eating. Uh, and there is a large, uh, we'll say, round shaped man standing behind the bar, giving out, serving out beers and ales to everyone.
Hmm.
And he seems to be enjoying himself despite how busy they
Are we able to find a spot to sit anywhere, or do we have to
Yes,
share a table? Or...
there's a few tables open, and the's four spots available for you up at the
Okay.
bar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
at the
right.
bar.
So table or bar? Bar. Okay.
Art sounds
All
good.
right.
We can always
Okay.
migrate to a table once we find out if our Loki is here.
Okay. All right. So we do that then.
Uh,
Kind keep
the,
food for the three of us. The shrunk you
yes,
have,
of course.
and keep them both coming until we have had our fill.
It'll be my pleasure. I hope that my ale suits your needs and is at least on par with the worst that you've had back at the Blue Mountains. Is that where you're from? Looking at
Yes,
Matter of fact, you're right.
it is.
yes, we get quite a few dwarves coming through here.
Hmm.
There's several here.
I
Perhaps
was gonna say, I
they're friends of
see.
yours.
Yes, because they're dwarfs. We all know each other. I forgot. It
Oh,
seems that
I didn't mean any offense.
uh, all water under the bridge. Uh, it does seem that the other group on the other way, the large group over there, seems to be enjoying your ale.
Oh,
Do you have any word what they're here or what they're doing? If
yes,
you
this is
don't mind
part
saying.
of the large caravan that's passing through the area.
Hmm.
They come here every month or so. They travel along the East Road between Tharbad and the Blue Mountains.
It's a good journey.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you know which way they're heading now?
uh, I'm not sure. They may be heading back towards the Blue Mountains.
Mm, okay.
Hmm.
Well, let me pour your drinks, and
Yes.
I'll
What's the daily
get you
special?
your
What is
food.
that?
He serves you your food and ale, and uh, asks you if you need anything else.
Any
uh,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Nope. You
No,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say any word about town or this your yeah, I guess it's a town, right? It's not a village, it's a town. Um
Uh, yeah, it's a town.
it's
Yeah,
more of a
that's
town. Okay.
yeah.
Uh any any word of any ongoings of note, basically?
Well,
Talk about
News?
it.
Hmm.
there's we've had quite a bit more traffic coming through here recently, but could you roll a 12-sided die for me,
It's a
please?
D12? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
All right.
So here we go. I got it. Oh, that's not
Okay.
it. Is it do I because is it
I
just the
can
R
I can
slash
do
R
it.
roll
I
or
can.
D12?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay. One D12. Okay, there we go. Okay.
All right. Um, there's I'm not sure entirely where they're headed, but there seems to be quite a bit of traffic heading towards the Shire. Um, we've have quite a significant number of uh, more lively customers than we traditionally have. They seem to be enjoying their drink, and sometimes they seem to be breaking out into dancing and singing. I'm sure they would, if that's your if that's something you enjoy, I'm sure they would appreciate your participation.
Dancing and
Do
singing, you say?
do you get
Yes.
many Shire folk in these parts in town?
Oh, yes. Quite a bit. We provide them with some of the things they often more difficult for them to come across.
Okay.
Meats and um, some grains and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
They come here and we trade with them.
Okay.
They grow some amazing vegetables down there. Some as big as your head.
I glance and see if Borland and Faldor are they enjoying their ales.
This ale is quite acceptable. He has a really big head.
Faldor's got a frothy mustache over his beard, so
Okay,
he's
so they're
enjoying it
enjoying it. Right.
quite good. I
I
think most of these folks might be going to that carnival Cal, you were talking about.
Summer fair? Or the
fair, yeah.
seasonal fair?
Yes, insert season fair here.
Right, yeah. I'm surprised that big folk are so eager to attend, but it's probably a good time by all, I'd imagine.
I mean,
So go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, go ahead. I was just going to say something stupid. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say that there is a uh, two or three or three humans that get out some fiddles and
Okay.
begin a tune, and you hear some feet stomping at first, and
Hmm.
then a few people get up and start dancing, and several of the dwarves in the group with the caravan begin singing along to the music that the men are playing.
Okay.
If you would like to participate in it, you have an opportunity to successfully recover 1 hope if
Oh,
you make a successful song roll.
Ooh,
You
that's
attempt
very
to.
tempting.
Yeah. Pound on the bar in rhythm.
Yeah, why not? I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Do we
All
all
right.
roll this?
Yeah, you can all roll separately. You
oh,
can't
okay.
help one another, but you can roll independently, and if you succeed, you get
Oh, okay. It's,
Borland.
do I have anything
Oh,
to help with that?
I did
No.
the same thing.
No.
We we
Oh
we
my
both go into
God.
really depressing songs.
Sure, I'll on that note, I'll try it. Oh wow.
Close,
Oh,
close, a lot closer than us.
you, Faldor and Borland are kind of confounded by the fact that they don't know this song that they're singing,
Mm.
and Calriel, kind of seems to have the rhythm down, but is not able to. His voice is drowned out by the bellows of the dwarves singing along.
And it
And
would
if
be fitting of me to to shake my composure and shout even more. So no.
yeah, so eventually the three of you are content to just enjoy your food and listen to the music rather
Okay,
than participating.
great. Fair.
So after you've finished your food, um, there is a the door to the inn slams open, and you see this dwarf stumble through. And this is what he looks like. He
Mhm.
looks he looks
The stumbler.
like he is quite drunk. Uh, he almost falls flat on his face after stumbling through the door. You have a sense that he probably fell into the door rather than opened it, which is why it slammed open. But as he kind of composes himself and straightens his shirt, he says, "Is there anyone here who would be willing to make some coin? I would need some assistance on a venture up north."
And he,
Well,
is any? I'm just looking. I'm just observing first. Is anyone else jumping at this guy? Jumping at the opportunity?
what do we
Uh,
have?
Or is he
the
getting
music,
crickets?
the so yeah, the sound of him bursting through the door kind of the music screeched to a stop, and everyone's turning and looking. They no one seems to be
Oh, it's funny.
speaking up, but you see a dwarf sitting by himself uh, over in a far table. So yell, "Jari, shut your mouth! No one's interested in your little schemes.
Mm.
We're enjoying ourselves. Pull up a chair and listen to the music." And you see a sour look come over what you assume is Jari's face, and uh, he shakes his head and tromps off to a table not far from the door and calls over to the bartender for a drink. And he seems to be sulking after being called out by the other dwarf.
Um, Calriel will kind of lean towards his dwarven here and kind of stay under the din of the the talking and singing and stuff that's going on around us. Uh, is this task that we're on? Is this something that we should be, more tight-lipped with, or uh, is this something that would
Um,
be considered common knowledge amongst these folk?
I think we probably should be more tight-lipped about it, in my opinion, just because it sounds like Drazen's cousin or is
That's right.
also going for it.
Children.
That's right. No need
Yes,
for any.
children.
No need to announce
Yes.
our quest
Our
to everyone.
And not that I won't lie that my interest is piqued with my brother in Stone over there's request, but
Mm.
unfortunately we can't help everybody. Especially, I believe we're on a
Run over
time
time.
schedule here.
That's true. We are in a hurry. Still doesn't mean we can't hear him out. I'll look at the bartender who's like pouring the beers for us or for he asked for drinks. I assume that he's getting poured. He's not cut off already because he's drunk, is he?
No, oh no.
Okay, yeah. So like,
There's no.
what I want to do is
Nice just
grab a
beginning.
I want to grab a few mugs and bring them over to what's his name? Stuffy?
Jari.
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 Jari. So what I want to do is go bring some mugs over, bring the bugs over for Jari, and say, no harm in sharing your story. I'll hear you out. Join us at this table, and I want to bring this guy over to the table with the other guy, and I want to all sit down over there.
Oh, okay.
The guy who was in this,
Oh, I'm sorry, who's
the guy
the
who
other
called
guy?
him out, the dwarf who called out.
Oh,
Jari.
okay.
And I kind of want
All
to
right.
make them make friends, but I also want to like just drink and be merry with everyone.
Okay.
Valdar will look
So
at Calriel and go, see, what you see now is he's drunk. What Valdor is going to do, he's going to make him dwarf drunk, or Barlin's going to do is going to make him dwarf drunk.
Yeah.
Watch.
Okay.
I'll,
looks with renewed interest at this.
so I'll first walk to him. Like, is he interested? Like, if I say, hey, join us. Here, your ales.
are you trying to get the dwarf who called him out to come to you, or are you trying to get Jari to go to the other
I'm
dwarf?
trying to get Jari to come to the other, because I am at like just geographically. The other dwarf who called him out is like kind of farther away, deeper in the bar, right? So I imagine
Yes, that's
we're
right.
close to the bar. We're close to the door. I'm bringing the drinks to Jari, and I'm saying like, hey, like,
Okay.
like, let's drink and join us over here. Let's let's move over there. And I'm just gonna go over there. I didn't get permission from the other person.
Okay. Yeah. So Jari is he sees you have his drink, and he's like, oh, very well. I could use a new friend to talk to, and he follows you along. He straggles back a little bit when you see that you're bringing him to uh, the other dwarf's table, uh, and but he does follow along. Is anyone coming along besides Borland?
No, I will watch.
I
with
have
this.
turned around. I have taken out my pipe, lit it, and I'm sitting back in the chair and watching.
Okay, so
With a smile on my face.
I have a mug in each fist, and I put one of my mug fists around his shoulder, and I take a sip of the other one, and I hey,
We'll let Borland handle this. as
You
well.
got-
All right.
He's
So
the most
you sit
charismatic
down.
of us.
Yeah. And apparently the
You
bravest.
Yeah, so this dwarf that you're walking up to seems to know exactly what's going on, and you see his face lightens up as he can tell that Borland is basically forcing Jari to come over and sit at his table. This is what he looks like, and he, as you sit down, he says, uh, uh, "May I assume that based off of your friends over there, that are you Borland or Faldor?"
How'd you guess, Borland? I'm guessing this is Jari. I'm looking over at the guy whose arm I have
It's
around.
it's it's indeed that is. May I introduce myself? My name is Floki. I was told that you may need my assistance, and I should be expecting you.
Ah, it's great. You got that right. I like let's have a seat and catch up. Is Jari welcome as well? I ask.
Yes, yes. Jari's mostly innocent and doesn't cause too much trouble. He's happy. I'm happy to have him join us, as long as he doesn't cause a distraction. And he gives him a stern look. Jari kind of bashfully sits down and like starts drinking his ale, and seems to be continuing to sulk.
It's good to see that you two don't have bad blood despite your exchange earlier.
He's
um,
always up to something, and he's trying to wrap others up into his little schemes.
we're all
I'm
always up to something.
sure.
It's best to be up to something, I'd say. Better to be up to something than up to nothing.
Yes, yes, but what you and your friends are up to is at least much more important to the dwarven people than the gold that Jark is always after.
Let me call my friends over. I turn over my shoulder and get over here, people. I don't know if you think I'm just. I don't know if you think that I found Floki or if you just think I'm telling you to come over. But
Yeah, that's what I said. Apparently, he's discovered our contact. I say with a
Yeah,
raised eyebrow.
I'll blow a little bit of smoke out and go. Uh, it's odd color because I'm doing the mushroom weed that I was talking about last time, and go. Welp, looks like he found our man. And
Okay.
I'll just kind of hop down and start heading that way. Still smoking.
Okay. We'll join you after bowing
Right?
to your new friends. Yep. I will sit.
Floki, Jari, Faldor, Elwing. I know all the names. Introduce everyone.
And he says it's a pleasure to meet each of you. I understand that you are just at the beginning of your journey, and that you're headed to Casa Doon. And this gets Jari's attention
Mm-hmm.
uh, pretty quickly.
Perks up at that,
Yeah.
huh?
Just a
I
scheme,
don't
as
make
you
a
say. Just another
yeah.
scheme.
I don't acknowledge. I just I'm like, yeah, and yes, continue. That's kind of my response to that.
And
And
Hmm.
uh, I hope you did not run into any trouble on your way here from the Shire.
Some shoddy
just
craftsmanship and bad
yes.
driving. Just some.
This area is in
Do
dire need of a blacksmith.
Hmm.
do you recount exactly what it is that you came across, or you just make a passing comment?
How specific
Uh,
are we? I'll just say we aided some of the Shire folk in a unfortunate wagon accident that left one of them wounded. But between all of our means of assistance, we were able to get them on their way, and hopefully the injured wagoneer will heal swiftly. And then I'll nod towards Borland and Faldor, and I'll say, and the two more than competent cousins here were able to mend a bridge. What was it? What bridge was it? The
A
The
bitch
Brandywine
by
Bridge.
the
Brandywine. Yeah, the Brandywine Bridge. Yeah.
yeah
The,
the Barrow Downs.
mhm.
And
And then lastly,
Floki. Okay.
we had had a little bit of a trouble with our other friend on a little bit of a hunting excursion on the outskirts of Bree, but things worked out, and I'll nod towards the maybe she has the Elwing has the pelts, maybe uh, strung somewhere, You may
Ah,
be interested in
well,
those.
yes, I'm certainly sure I could get you whatever you need in exchange for those pelts. They look quite nice. And I did notice some of the weakening of that bridge, and I've told Mayor Whitfoot about that
Mm,
multiple times, and he
okay.
obviously never did anything. So I'll be sure to pass along your repairs, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll be well appreciated. And
Oh yes, at least for another
maybe,
20 to 40 years, if I'm not mistaken.
well,
Give or take it 10 years.
i- if the work was that good, perhaps they will throw you a party once you've returned.
Okay. All right. That'll
Hold you
be
up to that.
yeah.
And yeah, their fare has attracted quite a bit. I'm actually headed there myself in the next week.
Mm.
So, but of course, you need your provisions, and I'll be happy to arrange for everything. Do
Oh,
you
okay. Right.
do you have? Uh, did you bring any ponies or anything to bring back what you find?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we
worthless.
noticed the stables near the market, and as we entered, thought maybe you'd be able to help us with that.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. I will do my best to get. How many would you like? I may be able to get one for each of you, but I don't know what their availability is.
How does that sound, guys? One for each of us? Sound
To be
about
honest,
right?
it sounds like a burden, but
So,
All right, I mean,
or
you don't have to. So the thing about bringing these ponies with you
mm-hmm.
is that they are there's a potential for them to, well, mechanically what they do is they will
Mm,
reduce your load as you bring stuff back. So once
yeah.
you've found treasure and that sort of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they have a stat that at the end of your journey will automatically reduce your fatigue that you've gained because
Mm-hmm.
they're taking the brunt of whatever it is that they're carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then but the downside of having them is that they slow you down when if you have to travel through trees and that sort of like forests
Oh, okay.
and that sort of thing. Uh,
Well,
they
maybe.
they could potentially attract wolves or orcs or something like that
Mm,
uh, because they wander off a little bit while you camp in order to graze and that sort of thing. So uh, there is a downside to having them, but uh, they will allow you to more easily um, travel with whatever it is that you find in Moria.
They do distract giant spiders.
hmm.
R.I.P. Whitfoot.
so I mean, I would say maybe one at the least.
I like the idea of having one. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how difficult it will be to cross the river and what's the other town to
our
the
bad.
south? Barbad.
Barbad. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe one would be just enough for us.
I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a proud dwarf. I'm not interested in having this here. I
Not
mean,
interested.
I'm
No.
also concerned for its ability to get all the way to our destination and back. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand this pony things. That's just in character. Out of character, I don't have an opinion. I guess
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
probably better off taking them. Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Valdor has heard stories about how they can carry stuff and knows that from hearing stories from the how the Blue Mountain was retaken, how they had to have ponies help carry some of their stuff. So he's all for it.
Okay. Okay. So I
Like,
think we're voting on one.
four ponies. That is then, I guess.
Oh,
Oh,
one?
I just wanted one.
Yeah, one. No, one.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. Yes, I will certainly be able to arrange for at least one for you. I will I will speak with the stable master first thing in the morning. Um, I would like, actually, each of you can give me an awareness roll.
Go well. 'Cause I'm not aware of anything. Nope.
Oh boy.
Did you?
There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Great success. Nice.
So Borlin and Faldor are, continuing a conversation with Floki. Cariel's attention is drawn to a rather scruffy-looking man that has almost unnoticeably entered the prancing pony. You didn't even notice the door open, but you did notice him start, traveling past the bar and scanning across the room. And this is what he looks like.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then you notice him and Jari make eye contact. Jari makes a slight gesture with his eyebrows, and the man sits at the bar in one of the places, one of the seats that the four of you were taking.
Okay. Very interesting. Calriel will not comment on what he just saw,
Okay.
but he will keep an eye on the scruffy man at the bar. Now, is the guy sitting so that he doesn't have to like turn to look at our table, or is he able to just
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I
kind
mean?
of like at a very slight angle, so he could like give
Okay.
you some side eye without turning
Mm-hmm.
his head to see you.
Strong
Well,
side eye,
maybe
this
then,
guy.
yeah, right. So maybe maybe it might be easier for Cariel to maybe keep an eye on the dwarf at the table here, to see if he sees any more inflection or something. But I can, he can put two and two together to a general degree and know that there's something going on, but he doesn't have any context to make the leap that there's necessarily anything, you know, overtly dastardly, going on. But he is intrigued.
Okay. So, after the four of you talk with Floki and make some arrangements and some small talk, um, Jari becomes a little agitated and says, "You've invited me over here, and I appreciate the company, but do you want to hear about this treasure that I found that I need assistance with? I I need some strong dwarves," and he looks at Ariel and Elwing and elves,
Mhm.
I guess, to help
I
me with this.
guess.
It's it's
I guess.
That's funny.
it'll be more than worth your while.
Wouldn't some ponies be able to do the job?
No, I need some sword arms. it's not an entirely safe venture. There's there's creatures about that I need help dealing with.
What? Okay. I shrug and I say, I suppose it won't hurt us to listen to your
I'm always ears for
Good story.
for a good story. Yeah. Maybe some
So
more beers. I turn to the bar.
yes, I'll certainly take another. And as Borland steps away, Floki shoots a evil eye at Jari.
Okay.
And once Borland returns with the drinks, Jari starts talking about what it is that he found. He says, "I have found a treasure cache that is hidden in a valley to the north of here. Fortunately, it is said to be a haunt of wolves and possibly worse things than that. I will give each of you an equal share of the treasure as payment if you can assist me with locating it and safely bringing it back here." And as soon as he says this, Floki says, "Jari, I told you not to bother these fine people. They're already wrapped up in something else." And Jari responds, "Well, this is significantly closer than Doon and could assist them significantly with the cost of such a venture."
How close? You speaking? How are you?
It's merely a day or two north of here. I can show you the way. It won't add too much time onto your travels.
And were we given insight into Jari and Floki's relationship? Did I miss that?
No. It
No?
seems like Floki knows that
Some kind of
he
way.
is like a roguish type person who's always up to something and trying to rope people into it. So he
And
obviously has a reputation here.
he's kind of a shyster. Okay. And
Yeah.
then did Floki? I can't remember. Do we recall if Floki specifically mentioned our destination while we were having a conversation?
I
Or
think he did.
Oh yeah,
he did?
he
Okay.
did. Yeah, and he got
Okay.
I got Jari's attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. I will. Caliel will speak up and say, if I do recall, time is of the essence, and even though your task does sound enticing, we honestly may not be able to just to spare the time. I say,
Unfortunately, days may be maybe more than we.
Yep.
Hmm?
Yep.
Is this something that we can aid you with once we return?
No, I'll have moved on to bigger and better things by then. I don't know what is it that you could possibly be up to that would require such a tight timetable.
The mysteries of life.
Mori has been sitting there for hundreds of years empty. Another few days isn't going to make a difference.
This guy, man. I turn to Borland and I kind of nod towards his flagon or his cup and shrug. Maybe he needs
Hey,
another drink.
Guys, I gotta go.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
you gotta go.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. It is
That's
9
okay.
o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, that's no problem. We'll wrap up there, and we will pick up with. We can continue the conversation next time, or just start the next day with your
Okay.
ponies if you just want to head out right away.
Yep, I
Okay.
gotta.
cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
That's fun, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay.